There are destinations worth arriving at and projects worth completing that cannot be done quickly, that can't be rushed, that can't be made to happen faster. And the way we're going to talk about this today is to think in terms of the example that if there's somewhere you want it to go and there are roads there, a car can get you there pretty fast. But if there's somewhere you want to go and maybe it's on a mountain, maybe it's where there's not roads yet, maybe it's deep in the woods among trees, maybe it's in the middle of a lake, then a car is no longer going to get you there very fast. Right? And obviously we can kind of take this case even further. If there's somewhere you want to go, a major, New York City, Los Angeles, Paris, airplanes will get you there very fast because so many other people have gone there before, have traveled that route, want to go there, know about it, that it's been figured out how to speed that up. But if you want to go somewhere where fewer people have gone, maybe someplace that no one has gone, you probably can't land a plane there. And if you go into the new sort of area, expecting to get there as fast as a plane could get you, well, you're not going to get there until someone puts an airport there and it's already sort of colonized space. And obviously, this is all just sort of being used metaphorically. What I'm really coming down to here is if you're building experimental projects, exploratory, art, game development, if you're trying to write a kind of story that's not just a clear riff off an existing pattern or copy off some other person's work, if you're starting a business, and it's a very different kind of business than other kinds of businesses that have come before that you've seen, then it may be slow. And I emphasize this today because when it feels slow, we can be so used to things going quickly. We can be so used to things being simple, to things having been solved by others, to the answer already waiting for us on Stack Overflow, that when we go up against something that is not nearly as well-treaded ground, it can start to feel like, am I doing something wrong? Is this too hard? Is this not doable? None of those things are true, necessarily. It may well be just the case that there's not as many people who've done it before. That it's not as, like I say, no one's built roads there. No one's built an airport there. And maybe you'll be the first to do it. But in the meantime, the only way you're going to be able to get to those kind of results into spaces that others haven't explored, to be able to follow your personal vision for what your creative work, technical work, business, etc. might be doing and how, is going to require doing it slowly. It's going to require patience. It's going to require persistence. It's going to require all these kind of traits that are rare anymore, in part because, again, so much has been set up and solved and figured out. And all that's great. And it's not necessarily a bad thing to enjoy what others have made simpler. But if you come upon something, a problem, and it hasn't yet been made simple, it doesn't mean you're doing something wrong if it's going slower. And again, hopefully, perhaps, you might be the person to make it simple for others. That's the thought for the day. Thank you as always for tuning in. I'll have another video for you all tomorrow.